This is my DR650, a bike first released 30 years ago. Now, I love its classic styling and undeniable character, but you can definitely tell that this bike was brought to life in a different era, a time where things were actually built to last. But with that, there's a few things wrong with this bike. The bike has essentially stayed exactly the same, unchanged since 1996. And well, since LEDs weren't that common back then, we've got these big old pumpkins and this monstrous taillight assembly. So today I'm bringing this bike back to the future while still kind of preserving some of the old-fashioned character that she has. And we're doing it all for less than 150 bucks.
Let's get it started in here.
First, we have some mini LED turn signals direct from Amazon. These are both for the front and the rear and total $46. These will have a much smaller footprint, but will be way brighter than stock and should actually make this bike a little safer. A DRZ250 knockoff taillight, also from Amazon, for $89. And lastly, a flasher relay and diode module from TST Industries to avoid hyperflash, 43 bucks. And that brings our grand total to $178. More than I wanted to spend, but it should get this thing looking super sweet, super sleek, and be safer for me, so let's do it. Starting with the rear, we're taking off the side covers and the seat. This will get us to the wiring harness where we're able to unplug the tail light. The tail light is these three right here. We'll pull the wire through, and with 3 screws, we're able to remove the stock rear tail light. The new one goes on. Instead of having 3 screw holes, it's just 2 and a tab, so that sits flush and looks way better than stock. Alright, so the light is mounted up and it works. Now, one thing you will note on this is that you have to squeeze these down because these bullet connectors, I guess, are a little bit smaller on the DRZ250 taillight versus the stock. So I'm just using some pliers here to crimp them down. Then we should be able to get to the signals. Next up are the signals. They're secured to these rear bars and we will be reusing the same mount. All right, it's Jan Connor time. I was expecting these turn signals to be bullet connectors, but they're not. They are these little connectors. So we're gonna take these new signals and I'm just gonna chop this and wire them in. There we go. Nice. All right, guys, quick update. This stuff always ends up taking longer than it should. Honestly, to be expected, but some of these wires were all the way up here. But basically, we have everything installed on the rear now. So we have the light here, the light there, and then the DRZ250 tail light. I'll give you guys a full range shot here so bike's on. DRZ250 tail light. Front brake works, rear brake works. Then we have left signal. And we have right signal. So naturally there is the hyper flash right now. We'll put in a relay shortly. But before that, let's do the front signals.
Yeah, I live inside my enemy's head, rent free. I ain't never met you, but you met me. It must be the Hennessy, it must be the weed.
Alright, so all the signals are mounted, but as you can see, when we hit the turn signal, they just faintly show on. So previously it would hyper flash, and that's where the relay is going to come in to help. But now that we have 4 LED signals, front and rear, whatever is unique about this bike, it doesn't allow it to work. That's where the diode comes into play. I think there's a whole lot of nuances to this bike, but basically, this is going to end the circuit, so these should flash normally. So we're just going to stick it in here. Hopefully it works.
Really want to flex and buy new coups. No, y'all really want a jet, but not jet blue. No, y'all really want a groupie chick or two. When you're everything, then not they get real hurt. Cause they look into the mirror and see you first.
Alright, last thing, we got a real quick take off the seat again. I already put it back on just so we can install this new relay.
They want to see $1 million when they wake.
Seat's off, we'll put in the new flasher relay. Yeah, this must be the flasher relay, you dummy. Now, they blink normally. And just like that, the DR650 looks a hell of a lot better. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys some cinematics of this thing, how it looks. And I need to get off this Rizzler, but this thing is just way too fun. Alright, let's show you some close-ups, then we'll get a ride in on it.
Look at what you've done. Stand still, falling away from me. When it takes so long, fire's out. What do you want to be? Now I'm holding on. What you said was never enough for me. Gotta be so strong. There's a power in what you do. Now every other day I'll be watching you.
Alright guys, well, with the bike sorted, everything set up,
we're gonna go out and test how this thing does on the road. Make sure these new signals don't just rattle off. And we're gonna test that by doing two things. First thing, we gotta go run to the post office to deposit some of these stickers that I'm sending out. Giving away a $1,000 AMC gift card, random sticker purchaser, so I'll link that down below. But also, I just wanna get a drink and chill by the water. So let's see if we can check off both of those things on this VR now.
Really need luggage for this freaking bike, dude. I don't wanna bend all these. We'll sit on them. All right, and we're out. Let's try not to lose these things. Signals look good. We'll see how they do on some higher speed riding. I haven't Loctited any of them, so I wouldn't be surprised if they came a little loose, but we'll go get this dropped off and then we'll do some fun little wheelies on this thing. Go to the water maybe. All right, post office. I think they're closed. Or do they have a mail thing I can at least put it in? These are looking sick though, bro. Super clean. So much cleaner than stock. Oh, it's open still. Nice. What's the difference between these two? I mean, these look like the same, right? All right. Hopefully they arrive. All right, next up, let's grab a beverage and then we are gonna go try and see the water, I guess, and wheelie this thing. All right, guys, I just decided that I'm going to try to go see 3 Mile Island because that's on the water. That was the place of an old nuclear meltdown. Now they're looking to buy it and make it a data center. I feel like a free man without those letters. Next mod I do to this bike will more than likely be supermoto wheels just because it just dials it in so nice. And you know, we should probably get gas too because last time I freaking ran out of gas and had to push it a mile. All right, better safe than sorry. All right, let's go grab our bevy. It's the best part about motorcycles, dude. I don't need a parking spot. We out. Beverage procured, extra gas procured. Now we're gonna go to 3 Mile Island, the home of the nuclear meltdown. I need to learn how to drop back. Ironically, 3 Mile Island is not that far from where I'm at, so I probably am getting, you know, the remnant radiation from the nuclear meltdown, but we're not far, 13 minutes out. Conveniently, I added this little charger. It's got a little switch and charges my phone or whatever else I need, so that's hella convenient. Try second gear, really? I know, guys, I'm not at balance point. Not yet. Even today, it's still 40 degrees, so it's not warm out yet. Gotta do it in the garage. So what I'm guessing with this town here, it's called Middletown, is likely that a lot of the people that like lived here and kind of built this place probably all worked at the nuclear power plant. I could be wrong, I don't know, but that's probably a good guess. So I'm sure it had a big effect on this area. It's now not exactly like the nicest area in the world. It's actually a decent size. It's not a bad area, but it's just like meh. It's mid, is what I would say. Guys, if you are on the fence about getting a bike, get a bike. Doesn't matter, e-bike, gas bike, anything. It's the most fun you could have, the best hobby you could have, truly. It's like nothing continues to get me as excited as motorcycles too, bro. Just all day, every day. To have an outlet like that, so sick, dude. People who don't have outlets like that, they're NPCs, bro. I don't get it. Bro, Pennsylvania truly continues to always leave me in awe. Not by its beauty, but just by its interesting nature, dude. Like, this is just a random ass place, dude. It feels so good to have a 650 to just cruise wherever I want to go, though. Just cruising it at 80 on the freaking dual sport. Now we'll see how far we can get onto this island, but I don't know, I just want to get as close as possible and then see the water, I guess. I see the water right there, actually. That's the Susquehanna right there. Oh, this could be what we need right here, bro. Damn, it looks like freaking, look at all that snow there. That's crazy. Damn, look at all the snow just like piled up on the ground here. Bro, look at this. What is this? That's a huge tree too. All right, so if my memory serves right, Clean Energy Center. Oh, that's funny, my bike cut out right where it said Clean Energy Center. Damn, and look, there they are. That's crazy. Do not attempt to enter. This facility is protected by an armed security force. Trespassers risk serious injury. I don't get it, but the gate's open. I wish I didn't have my plate on.
Maybe they put this up now that Microsoft is like trying to buy this shit. Pretty sure that's what's going on. Microsoft's trying to buy this and or like use it to, I don't know, power data centers. Oh my God, so like the whole bottom is like disassembled. That's crazy. So this is literally a little island. It's called 3 Mile Island in the middle of the Susquehanna River in like south central Pennsylvania. And they had a whole meltdown before where there was issues with one of the reactors.
In the worst case, a massive amount of radioactive material would be spewed into an area 5 to 10 miles in diameter and 20 miles downwind.
It definitely messed some crap up. Jay Cerrone. Holy chase, bro. Alright guys, we made it to the water. We're at the boat launch. We got the DR650 looking so freaking good. Signals seem to hold up well though. We've got the front left here. Looks so clean. I guess it's the right. And on the rear, taillight all cleaned up. I just think it looks so much better. And it's just safer, to be honest, because now people can see me a lot better. Oh yeah. But anyways, we're gonna crack open our beverage and just chillax here. Watch some of this driftwood just drift away. Life is good, man.
That's the way every day goes. Every time we've no control. If the sky is pink and white.
Well guys, we made it back. I would say that was a success. I freaking love this bike. My wheelies are so bad on it right now, so I'm excited to practice. Once we put supermotors on it, it'll be a lot better too, but we're just a worm right now is all. But these seem to have held up fine. They still work perfectly. Looks so much better. Like this is how the stock one looked. Wretched. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different than the content we typically do on the e-bikes, but I love gas bikes too. So if you're not already, please consider subscribing. But otherwise, I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.
Show me.